So a few weeks ago, I took an online psychology course, and they gave me a list of statements, ones that I would agree with and ones that I did not agree with, and any one that I did not agree with, well, they told me to write a paper on it. So here was the one statement I did not agree with. Here's my essay. The statement that we are biological life forms is an innocent claim, and it is true that behavior is motivated, whether for good or bad. Many of these claims have some relevance to Scripture and do little to contradict Christianity. However, there is one flaw in the basics of secular teachings. Human beings are not animals. One of the statements claimed that man is a social animal. We have social attributes, but we're not animals. This claim not only gives people an excuse to sin, but it also shortens the scope of psychology. There could be multiple examples used to better explain this. If a man commits a serious felony, instead of questioning his motives and accepting the fact that he sinned, he could easily say that the nature of his environment provoked him to crime. If a person commits fornication or adultery in order to lessen guilt or provide an easy excuse to do so again, the person could imply that it was instincts. With this logic in mind, it could be ascertained that sin is simply an idea, an excuse by man to suppress his natural instincts. This concept of naturalistic teaching is the bane of our society. It always has been, it always will be. The truth is that man was created not only an organic being, but a spiritual being as well. When God designed his world, he decided that it would be orderly and lawful. Chaos and disorder are not of God. God created man to be above animals. Unlike animals, which mostly rely on gut instincts in order to survive, God made man with the intent of him having free will. An animal might be forced into something due to overpowering instincts, but humans have the ability to choose at all times. Even if we are strongly urged to act on impulse, the ability to make decisions still remains. Also, unlike animals, we are required to obey various laws. A bird may not have the ability to lie yet, since we are a higher creation than animals, so are the laws we live by. I believe that psychology should not only focus on how the mind works, but how the spirit and the mind interact with one another. To understand the depth of the human mind, one would eventually have to proceed to a spiritual level. Outside influence, for example, could be attributed to Freud's theories of the unconscious mind. If we took his theory beyond the inner motivations of the mind alone, we could more efficiently find and solve the nature of the problem. All in all, I believe that trying to observe humans as one would observe animals will solve nothing regarding human psychology. And that is my belief on psychology.